Welcome to Rational American's Fast Rate Generator. This is Rational American's Fast Rate Generator. This is the tool we use to generate our fair automatic simple tax model rates. These rates are based on individual, corporate, and other tax statistics for the year 2011, provided online by the IRS as Excel spreadsheets, and they are available to anyone who wishes to download them.
Of course, and this is extremely important, the main purpose of our FAST model is to increase revenue, not tax rates. As we continue with our presentation, we will show you how we do it.
As you will see, our FAST model significantly lowers tax rates for all taxpayers, including corporations, and generates revenue surpluses to pay off the national debt as well.
In fact, our rates are lower than those generated by our current 75,000-page tax code, where they are known as the effective tax rates, and are the rates that taxpayers actually pay on their tax returns after all deductions, loopholes, and special credits are taken. To be sure, our model is able to lower rates for all taxpayers and raise more revenue because FAST eliminates all deductions, loopholes, and special credits.
It is worth noting that because the unemployment rate has been reduced considerably since 2011, the tax rates currently suggested in our model will most likely have to be lowered even further, which is quite easy to do with our model. The only consideration is how many years it should take for the national debt to be paid off.
As you can see, the FAST tax rate generator consists of 7 columns.
The first column is the income class column, which consists of 8 classes, or brackets.
These classes are the low-income class, for taxpayers who earn less than $15,000. 3 middle-income classes. And 4 high-income classes.
Next we have the permanent tax rate column, which starts at 2% for those earning less than $50,000, and 19.4% for those earning $10 million or more, and 6.5% for corporations.
The next column is the deficit reduction rate, or DRR.
The DRR rate is arrived at by multiplying the permanent tax rate by the DRR rate at the bottom of this column, in this case, 30%.
Next, we have the permanent tax rate plus DRR column, which is the sum of the previous 2 columns.
The last column on the right is the payoff years column, the number of years required to pay off the national debt.
Now, let's take a look at the 3 most important rows below, which we refer to as the determinative rates.
These are the base permanent rate, which is 2%. The difference between classes, which is 2.9%. The permanent corporate rate, which is 6.5%. And the deficit reduction rate, the DRR, which is set at a suggested 30% in order to pay the national debt in about 10 years.
When these rates are modified, they determine the tax rates, and the number of years required to pay off the national debt.
For example, if we change the DRR to 10%, all income class rates decrease but the payoff years jump to 19.
Likewise, if we add 1% to the difference between classes, and increase it to 3.9%, all income class rates rise, and the payoff years come down to 15.
And, if we were to lower the corporate tax rate to 6%, the payoff years would return to 19.
As you can see, by modifying any one of the determinative rates, national revenue can be substantially increased and the debt payoff period can easily be predetermined.
Once adopted by law, and the national debt payoff years is set, there should be no reason for politicians to tamper with the determinative rates.
In the event that a national emergency requiring more government expenditures should arise, FAST will automatically tweak rates the following tax year, by simply resetting the DRR to a % rate that will generate the agreed-to payoff years.
Of course, we must not lose sight of the fact that eliminating the national debt would save hundreds of billions of dollars from debt service, which could be used to benefit all Americans.
Lastly, Lowering tax rates for all Americans, especially for those in the middle-income classes would, in effect, serve as a raise in income which would no doubt flow back into the economy, creating new jobs in the process.
In conclusion, if this presentation has made sense to you, please don't hesitate to contact your representatives and urge them to support the Fair Automatic Simple Tax
FAST